bring you many fish. For the first time in the whole trip, 16 days, I'm actually close hauled, heading right into the wind and heading straight into that. It's tough to say. I can't really see the other side of it, but I have a feeling it's just gonna be a brief shower. At least that's what I'm hoping. Winds are probably gonna go a bit wonky in here, change directions, flap around. It should get a bit exciting. Let's see. It's my toilet out here. That's it. That's how exciting this thing is. To be becalmed out on the ocean. This is actually a very nice version of being becalmed because waves aren't too choppy. You still get a bit of rocking like this. But slight breeze coming through. So it's sort of swirling around and disappearing every once in a while, so I haven't done anything yet. We'll see. What I did do is make this tasty salad. Yum yum. Just had about 8 to 10 hours recently of no wind, so it's just flopping around out here, but moving now, feels pretty good. Got another 300 miles or so to go to the Marshall Islands. I know this looks like a bit of a mess, but it's actually fairly good organized. Just my bike makes it look really messy there. Got my little drogue there. Well, it's actually a big drogue, big heavy thing. Gets in the way. Life is pretty good though. I'm adapting to the ocean, as I always tend to do. Still have way too much food and plenty of water. I thought you might be interested in my kitchen here. Pretty fancy. Look at that. Nice pump action sink. That stove's not the best. This little thing here though is pretty good. This gimbaling stove. Rocking the boat, rocking the boat. I'm learning Mandarin. I'm reading a fair amount, practicing my knots and such. Yo, ni yo, xie ni cola. Yep, that's what I'm doing today. Day 19 on board Dolce. Actually moving now. This is a good sign. It's been very slow going for the past 5 days. I'm within 200 miles. The past, I'd say 150 miles. It's taken me about 4 or 5 days now. Super slow, but it's all good. It's been beautiful still. I mean, there's been rain and clouds and big scary storm systems moving through, but one of the things that I consistently happens to me when I'm out on the ocean is I just realize how grateful I am for everybody in my life. Past week's been really slow, and I have to admit that looking up at the skies and seeing sort of different skies than I'm used to, I've been definitely concerned about tropical storms, cyclones forming around where I am. I've heard that when trade winds get disrupted, that's what can create a cyclone. But anyways, I've just been looking up at the sky and seeing really bizarre, different cloud structures than what I'm used to out on the Pacific Ocean, at least. Seen a lot of really big, dark cumulonimbus, which I don't think of as forming a cyclone or a tropical storm, but sometimes I just picture some of these bigger ones spinning around. That's what gets me a bit nervous. I'm now within 169 miles. There's actually a bit of a breeze coming right now, but when that breeze goes away, the sails flog like this. And it can be very violent at times. Very annoying. Sometimes I tighten that up and I tighten everything up so it doesn't do that, so that just the sail flaps back and forth. But then it doesn't sail as good when the wind does come. It's a constant juggle, which I'm okay with. Majuro's over there towards the sunset. Probably made about 10 miles towards it today. Pretty slow going. Wind's just blowing straight from there right now. See, the telltales are working. That's a good sign. On the Buck and Bronco now. Forecast called for about 11, 12 knots of wind, but I'm getting more, probably like 16, 17. Which feels more like 20 apparent wind because I'm heading pretty much straight into it. It's all good. Whoa. Oh. Got my little nook here. Ain't that comfy? It's a bit violent at times. I must admit, I'm really impressed with those wind vane. It takes a lot of strain. Sometimes the tiller and the rudder are just jerking back and forth. Oh. Woo. God damn. Might have to put in another reef here. Look at that. There must be 25 or 30 birds there. You know land is near when you see so many birds. It's probably hard for you to see through the screen, but there's actually more like hundreds of birds out there. Land is near. Yes! Land ho! Captain, I spotted land, sir. Aye, aye, mate. Aye, aye. But that's not the land we're going to. We're going to Majuro. That's it. That's the best I could come up with. Arno Atoll. Spotted. Not much. Pretty low-lying little island around an inner lagoon. Probably some coconut trees on the islands there. Not much going on. Anyhow, I'm going another probably 30 miles past Arno Atoll to Majuro Atoll, which is where I need to clear customs and immigration. But unfortunately, the thing is, it's Friday night, and I read that if you arrive on the weekend outside of business hours, you have to pay some pretty crazy overtime costs, like up to $250. I guess I might just not clear customs until Monday, and so just have to stay on the boat. So I'm gonna wait, probably slow the boat down a bit so that I arrive in the wee hours of the morning and then enter into the lagoon, the calmer waters. All's well that ends well, or whatever that means. Do I look like I'm going crazy? Because I feel like I'm going crazy. They're crazy. Crazy. Ah. The wind is indeed coming directly from the direction that I need to head through a narrow passage, so this could be tricky. That's it right there, pretty much. There's a boat there, motorboat, looks like it's hanging around. Hopefully it's not the military or something like that. I have this bad feeling that somebody who was really nervous for me called them and told them to come and help me get in. That would be painful if that was the case. I don't think that is the case though. I think they're probably just heading out fishing. Down that way is the capital, which is where I'll be heading towards. The Marshall Islands. Apparently the 4th least visited country on the planet. Here we go. Splitting the gap into the Majuro Atoll. Got to tack 3 or 4 times. And I've seen my first people. Some Chinese fishing boats. Well, this is a very, very bizarre feeling right here. Flat water. And it's so calm and smooth. Still a little bit of wind in here, but the waves are blocked from the islands that go right around the atoll. So I can just walk around the boat very comfortably. Some really sweet little places on these islands here. I'm really curious who lives on them. They have their own private little surf breaks. And I'm heading towards industrial land. It looks like there's actually quite a few ships in the harbor. Majuro is busier than I imagined. Might have to do some tricky maneuvering in here. I'm about 2.84 nautical miles from where I need to moor. But for the past few hours I have not been able to get there because there's no wind. Taking whatever short gust of wind I can get to make it a little bit closer. I have to end up putting my anchor up in the dark. It's a bit deep where I am right now to throw an anchor down. I could maybe get away with it. It's 150 feet. Way she goes, way she goes. 21 days to Majuro. Sailed right in here. Had some people help me actually. Came out in their dinghy and took my rope and put it through the mooring there. Made sure they did not tow me. There is a whole bunch of really gnarly looking Chinese, I'm guessing tuna fishing boats in here. That's what all those boats are out there.